Like, I was about 17 years old, driving around, no license, no insurance, stolen plates, 77 Gremlin. My buddy also had a 77 Gremlin. He had a driver's license, insurance, the whole nine. We came into this campsite on a Thursday night. This is packed of the long weekend. Probably like 1988 or something. And we all parked up on this hill. But my buddy with the Gremlin, he backed up here and ended up going right in between that guide wire and that pole. No problem. So we thought. He had about a 2,000 watt stereo system and a concert speaker in the back and like 25 other speakers in there. And he cranked that stuff up at like 2 o'clock in the morning for the next half an hour. While people were sleeping up here with kids and families, and of course we're just dumber than stones, but having a great time. There's probably 3 or 4 cars up here, and an ounce of brains between all of them. Anyways, we tried to get people to come up and party, or wake up and party, but nobody did. So after half an hour or so, 45 minutes, we just decided, okay, well, we'll go back to my place. And my buddy gets hung up on that cable with his bumper on his Gremlin. As the nose of the car is pointing down the hill, because that's a hill actually. You can't really see it, but it's a hill, and it's actually pretty steep, especially with 50s on the back of the car, bald 50s, and wet grass. He can't back up more than like a few inches, and he's stuck on that guide wire like really bad on the corner of his bumper. We expected his bumper to bend and rip off, or the cable to break, because he starts backing up as much as he can and then going forward as hard as he can, and this telephone pole is just going whack whack. It's so loud, and that goes on for 20 minutes. It goes on, and we just can't get either the bumper to bend or that cable to break. We just can't get enough oomph for any of that shit to happen, but we're getting enough oomph to mess up this pole. And it obviously is still the same guide wire, because it is still stretched out of shape. Hilarious. Anyways, the after about 20 minutes, half an hour of that, 6 or 8 of the biggest guys you ever seen come walking out of that forest, and they are not happy. And they're like, "Is there a problem?" I'm like, "Well, we were a little bit hung up on this cable." They grabbed that Gremlin and tossed it. It was backed into here, so the front end's pointing down. They tossed it, and the car landed sideways, almost at that stick down there. It was pretty funny, honestly. They're like, "Get out of here." I'm like, "No problem." We were that was the whole idea of trying to get off the poles, was to leave, but anyways, we were stuck. Those guys were giants, like literally giants, like Brock Lesnar. Huge. Like, make Brock Lesnar look a little bit punkish, honestly. These guys were freaking huge. Anyways, I just thought I'd tell that story. Those same guys would catch me in the, or, I don't know, around the fairground somewhere, either Friday or Saturday, and they'd be like, "We don't want any more shit out of you." I'm like, "No problem."